Jim Davidson sparks. Controversy with fiery critique of Sadiq Khan and Keir Starmer. A recent statement by London Mayor Sadiq Khan encouraging people to embrace their ethnic minority neighbours has ignited sharp criticism from some public figures, most notably comedian Jim Davidson. In a blistering live broadcast, Davidson accused Khan of engaging in what he called divisive identity politics, arguing that the mayor's appeal to specifically support minority communities neglected the broader need for unity and mutual respect among all citizens. Davidson questioned why Khan hadn't issued similar public support for London's Jewish community during months of tension related to pro-Palestinian demonstrations, events which some Jewish residents claimed made them feel unsafe. Where was the call to hug our Jewish neighbours? Davidson asked, suggesting the mayor had been noticeably silent during that period. The comedian's monologue quickly went viral. Clad in his trademark bluntness, Davidson unleashed a torrent of criticism, not only at Khan, but also at Labour Party leader Keir Starmer. He accused both politicians of being out of touch with working-class communities, failing to address rising crime, and promoting what he sees as hollow slogans over meaningful action. "London doesn't belong to you, Sadiq," Davidson said during the broadcast. "You didn't build this city, and you don't speak for the people who live here." His remarks drew both cheers and condemnation across social media. Supporters lauded his words as a bold stand for free speech and national pride, while critics denounced them as inflammatory and divisive. Davidson specifically attacked Khan's record on policing and public safety, blaming his administration for the surge in knife crime and gang violence. "People are afraid to walk down their own streets," he claimed, accusing the mayor of focusing more on diversity campaigns than on concrete policies to reduce crime. Keir Starmer was not spared. Davidson accused the Labour leader of failing to stand up for traditional British values and of pandering to elite interests. "He talks like a lawyer, acts like a puppet, and works for anyone but the British people," Davidson declared. He ridiculed Starmer's leadership style, calling him ineffective and uninspiring. The outburst, though raw and controversial, struck a chord with many viewers who feel neglected by mainstream politics. Social media platforms lit up with messages from those who said Davidson was voicing long-held frustrations, particularly from working-class Britons, who feel alienated by what they perceive as political correctness and cultural change. However, advocacy groups and political commentators were quick to respond. Many condemned Davidson's rhetoric as dangerous, warning that such language could further polarize an already divided society. Calls for Davidson to be deplatformed quickly gained traction, with critics accusing him of stoking resentment rather than offering solutions. In response to the backlash, Davidson doubled down. "This isn't about race," he said in a follow-up post. "It's about culture. It's about crime. It's about protecting our country from those who don't value or respect it." Davidson's supporters view him as a truth-teller, willing to say what politicians won't, while his detractors argue that his words contribute to a toxic environment. The broadcast has sparked a wider national conversation about free speech, cultural identity, and the perceived disconnect between the public and political leadership. "This isn't the Britain I grew up in," Davidson said near the end of his monologue. "We've gone from being proud of who we are to being afraid to say it out loud." Whether seen as courageous or corrosive, his tirade has forced many to confront uncomfortable questions about identity, leadership, and belonging in modern Britain.